Hello, I'm Jomika, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock tutorial. This one will also work in Java, so yeah, I guess just a Minecraft tutorial in general. Today we are going to be learning how to do a whirlpool, like the one you see behind me. This is from my base in Bedrock Season 5, and let's go ahead and show you Bedrock Season 2, which is another whirlpool I did. That was 3 seasons ago, so a couple years ago. It did get a little bit messed up over the years, but here it is. If you'd like to see more Minecraft and other gaming content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like today's video and want to see more tutorials, be sure to hit that like button. And if you are looking for game servers, especially Minecraft, be sure to check out my description for a link to my game server website. Alright, now that we got all that out of the way, let's go ahead and start to build it. I have a few command blocks set up here. That's just to make my life a little bit easier. This one just makes this little box here with the water, and this is going to represent the ocean. It can be as deep as you want, as wide as you want, but I will warn you, the deeper and wider, it takes forever. So yeah, my Bedrock Season 5 one that I showed you in the beginning, that probably took me, I don't know, about a week's worth of time to do it, working on it many hours every day. So yeah, the one we're going to be doing today is about this big. I don't know how long it would take, but it's still going to take a good chunk of time. But yeah, the first thing you're going to want to do is you can either empty out the water in like a square of where you're going to be putting it, or you can go ahead and build in the little funnel you want to do. And today we are going to be building the funnel first, and then we can dig everything out later. So I already went ahead and built the funnel. We're just going to replace it in here. We're going to let the water fill back in, because this is kind of what it's going to look like. So yeah, build the funnel and then use sponges or sand to empty it out. And then once you have that done, you're going to want to place sand all the way around, because you're going to want to empty out the water that is underneath the funnel, where the whirlpool is going to go. If there is any water sources below, that will ruin the whole thing once you start to take this out. So be very careful and cautious of that. So let's go ahead and push this button to fill in all the sand. This will do the same thing. It's going to refill in with water sources all the way up. And then what you're going to want to do is go inside. This is already done for us because of the command blocks, but you want to come in and empty all of this out of water. So just sponges again, so you're left with walls of sand, and then the funnel that you built where the whirlpool is going to go. Once you have all of the water emptied out from below, we are going to clear out this top layer here all the way around, and we're going to replace the block underneath with just a block. So we're going to be putting water sources on top, and we want it to flow down towards the middle. So I'm just going to go ahead, go around, fill all this in with blocks, and then we can place the water. Once you have all the water in, it should look something like this. You are almost done at this point. What we're going to do next is we're going to get a button, or you could do a trapdoor, a chest, anything that's going to knock the sand over. You could try torches, but that's not going to work very well because the water's going to push it out. But what we're going to do is go down underneath all the sand. So we're going to fill that in, and then we're just going to come down here. Actually, I forgot. Before we do that, we want to go ahead and break out glass pieces like this all the way around. This is going to act as a barrier to prevent any water from creating water sources automatically. If you don't have these, it's just going to fill all the way back in, and you will not have a whirlpool. So be cautious of that. If you ever complete the whirlpool and then you come in later and fill in one of these blocks, you're going to mess up the whirlpool. So be careful that these are always filled in, and they're very important. So once those are in, we're going to go ahead and break out the sand. So just break one sand, put down the button, and it'll drop down. If you start to get water inside where you're standing, that means these little waterways are messed up, and you should go back and fix it. There shouldn't be any water coming in where you're at. I'm not sure what happened here, but some water got in here. So we're going to come in and we're going to fix that. I think the best way to do that is probably just to pillar up like that, and then come in and drop a few blocks, and they should go back to normal. Alright, that one looks almost okay. There we go. Now we can go back to clearing stuff out, and we're going to clear these out while we're at it. We got all the sand punched out, so if we come up to the top, we should be just left with the iron blocks here. If you want, you could go pick that up. I don't need it because I'm in a creative world. The next thing you're going to want to do is just go ahead and punch all of these out, and then you will have a completed whirlpool. Instead of me punching all that out, I created a command block that is just going to replace all of the iron blocks with air. So if we do that, we should be left with just the whirlpool. All the water is just going to flow straight down, and you will have water at the bottom, but it is not going to fill in this little area here. So yeah, if you do come in and you fill in those empty spots there, you will ruin the whirlpool. If you want, you can come in and also just get rid of all the buttons, because those are no longer needed. These little empty holes here is what is keeping everything in place. If you run into any issues or need some help, want to show off your whirlpool that you built in your world, check out my Discord. The link is in the description. I'm happy to help. I'm always there. It's not always too active, but I am there. And that is going to do it for today's episode. If you liked today's episode and want to see more tutorials, be sure to hit that like button, let me know in the comments, and subscribe. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you all in my next video.